Okay, so my plan of attack here on this one is to get this medicine cabinet frame built that goes around it, just to kind of clean it up a little bit and then get it hung. So what I've got is some 1x3, or I guess it's 1x2.5 technically, finger joint prime pine that I'm going to be using for the frame. I've got the medicine cabinet out here so that way I can use it and mock it up right here, and then we can kind of go from there. So the idea that I have is to basically square out a frame and use these small holes right here and put a like a cabinet screw out, and in order to hold the frame tight to the medicine cabinet. That's the idea. Whether that works or not is a whole different question, but we're going to try and see if we can make it happen. Okay, first things first, let's get a 45 going on one end of this, so that way we can do some actual tallies on measurements. So I've got the gist of it, how I want to do it. I'm going to end up having to whack off the ends and probably do a little short adjustments there. I mean, when you're trying to fit it in the box, you can do all the measurements that you want, but sometimes you just got to play with it till you get it to where you want it to be. Alright, I think this is about where I want this. I think that's about where I want it. I may have to make a little bit of a fine-tune adjustment right here on the corner, because you can kind of see it lipping out a little bit. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run to Lowe's and pick up a couple screws, so that way I can box this out flat, and that way I know I can run these two right here where I need to, and I can glue those and staple them. Alright, first things first. Alright, so the plan is to use some of this CE glue instead of traditional wood, and part of the reason why is because I don't own any clamps to be able to clamp it together. So my two hopes are that, one, this works, which it should; two, that I can get it squared out; and three, it won't fall apart. So I do plan on shooting it with a nailer in order to put it together nice and tight, but that's what I plan on using. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. That's gonna work out perfectly. Oh yeah, definitely. I like it. So it fits in there perfectly. Awesome. So, yeah, I think we're gonna be good. All right, so I'm gonna fill some these spots up right here along the edges and stuff like that using plastic wood fill. Works out really good. Does really good bonding. Makes it a little bit solid on the nails and stuff, so that way if they move around or anything like that, it won't pop. It sands fairly decent. It sands fairly decent, so that's what I use on a lot of projects and stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and throw that on there really quick and get going with this.
Yo. Yo.
So now that I've got that on there, I'll let that dry, and but in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll take that mirror and we'll go get it hung up on the wall and stuff, and that way we have that set. I know what you're thinking, well, why would you hang it if you're not going to have that done, painted, da-da-da-da. Well, the plan is the anchors that I'm going to be able to use, I want to get those set so that way I have everything level, and then I can just pull it off, slide that on when I'm ready, just to make sure we're 100%. And then go from there. Okay, so we're back in the bathroom. We're going to get that mirror hung. That way we know exactly where we're going with it. And that way when we get the chance to put it together, I'll put it together before I paint it to make sure I've got everything right where I need it. So to hang it, I'm going to use these drywall anchors, as you can see there. These are quite a bit different than, you know, the old metal anchors that once you screw them in, they contract, the ones that I smack through the wall. And they're even different from the plastic ones. Now, granted, and once you see this, they make a pretty good sized hole about like that in the wall. But the nice thing about it is you could push it in and fill over the top of it if you wanted to, or you could take them all the way out. They do spread, but it does make it easier sometimes to use these versus even the small style anchor ones. These, because you just tap it and then put the screw on, put your driver on it and run it into the wall, versus the other one you have to test and drill a hole, versus the other one where you have to drill a hole and then tap, tap, tap and hope you don't punch it through the other side. So that's the reason why I'm using these. The other reason is because they do hold 79 pounds per wall anchor. Not that that thing is going to weigh that much, but 79, 79, 79, 79. So that's a lot of weight to be holding on to it. I'm overdoing it. I could have probably got 25 or 50 pounders, but 6.5, 1 to the dozen. Sometimes I just overdo it. So I've already got spots done. I had Jarrett put the level on the mirror as I was doing it. So a spot here and a spot here, and then I'll just find the other spots after I hang it. so that's done. It's on the wall where I needed it to be. I'm waiting for the plastic putty to dry on the frame that I built for it. We'll go and sand that, and then I'll actually put that on there with the mirror. And the reason why I want to do that again is because of the bubble in it. I want to see where it's at once you put it on there in order to take care of that. So that way I can screw to the sides and be done with that and move on. And then pretty much that's done, other than putting on the TP holder and the towel bar for like washing your hands, drying your hands off and stuff like that. So everything else would be done. I actually went and got a rug, and I'll show you that rug at the end of it to see what y'all think, because I'm still trying to decide on rugs for the area, because it's kind of a tough color to kind of figure out what to do with it, because you're like, do I go this color? Is it too dark? Do I go this color? Is it too golden? Do I go this color? Is it too gray? So you're just kind of like, what do I do with it? So yeah, but we'll show you that at the end of this so that way you can see it. So let's get back to that frame. All right, so you can kind of see how I have it laid out. I'm just going to put it around the back side. It gives it a little pizzazz, you know what I'm saying? I've got to cut the other side and the bottom, get another piece so I can do the side and the bottom there, and then this will be good. Basically what I want to do is I got to get this side cut so that way I know what the angle is. I could duplicate it on the back side, same thing on the side, yada yada yada, and away we go. So once I get that, then I can actually put that together, caulk the edges of it. And you know, I painted this. Why am I painting it for? I've got to do all this. This is stupid. This is a bad idea. Let's try this again. So anyway, we'll get this knocked out, get it caulked around the edges, make it nice and clean like, and then settle down to get it painted and everything. All right, gang. It's hanging on there. Let me see if I can get in there and I'll show you what I got going on. Goes up, goes all the way around. So that's the frame that I got. That's the finish frame that I've got. So that's what it is. Frame's done, as you can see in the pictures. The only thing that isn't is it's not screwed on to the cabinet. And the reason that I showed you that is because I want to be transparent. I'm a transparent kind of guy. But I bought screws for it. And I have no idea what I've done with them. All I know is they're somewhere in my house. That's all I know. And I'll be dipped in dog water if I'm going to go buy another pack of screws for this thing, because my tolerance level for rebuying stuff for this bathroom is here. So, it's on there. That's all that matters. I never said I had to attach it. I just said I had to get it on there. So the bathroom is pretty much done, complete, over, with just the basic exceptions of a TP holder and a towel bar over here to hold a wash rag or whatever, or wipe your hands, and my decision on whether or not I'm going to put a towel bar in or if I'm just going to put a hook in somewhere. So this is wrapped up. Finito. I'm done with it. Okay. Except for the shower door. But beyond that, I'm done. Finito. It's over. This project is done. I'm putting it in the books. It's episode 20. That probably should have been episode 10. But it is what it is. So I have learned quite a bit more than I thought I would in this project for this shower, for this bathroom. Right now I'm working on the next idea of project. I have a fence that I need to get done, and I've kind of waited to this point in time to want to start to do it. I've got to order some brackets that I need online because I don't have them here in town, and there are certain bracket that I want, especially on that side of the fence or that side of the property with that neighbor. The other side was a little easier. There's some obstruction over here that'll cause some issues as far as making sure I can get a place set where I want it and everything. I do have a couple of like fun projects that I'm wanting to do to see if I can't get those done. But we'll all talk about that. So I am going to let you guys go. I'm just jibber-jabbering at this point, and you're all falling asleep. Wake up. It's over. Thank you. Thank you very much for everybody's taking the time to view these 20 episodes and the few in between. I believe this is load number 32 or 33 video. I'd have to look to confirm that. I can't remember which one it is. Which is actually a milestone of getting 30 videos on YouTube and the YouTube algorithms going. So that really means a lot to me that you guys have done that. Taking the time to view, taking the likes. I mean, I'm not getting tons of likes, but it's enough that things are starting to move, and I appreciate that. So hang in there. I'm hoping to have another video out next week with running out of topic here in the bathroom to do. It's going to be tough coming up with a project, but I promise to try to get videos out every single week and kind of go from there, and we'll see what happens. So hang in, you keep watching, and I'm going to keep posting these videos, and don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Thanks a lot.